How to clone a storage disk on Windows. Disk cloning is the process of creating an exact copy of a computer's hard drive or storage device, including all of its data, operating system, and settings. It becomes very useful when you are upgrading your current storage drive to a better one and you don't want the painful process of reinstalling the operating system and software, backing up personal data, and reconfiguring the system settings. We will be using a trial version of the software, Macrium Reflect, to clone our disk drive. Open the Internet browser and search for Macrium Reflect. Click on this free trial link. Macrium Reflect has a workstation and home version available for free trials. You can download any trial version. The installer is the same for both. I am downloading a free trial for the Reflect Home version. My operating system type is 64-bit. So I am selecting 64-bit here. You can search About in Windows and check your system type. This is the registration page. You may enter the relevant details and sign up, or you may sign up using your Google or Microsoft account. Click Register to complete the registration process. Once registration is done, you will be directed automatically to the overview page of your Macrium dashboard. Here you will be provided with a registration code for the trial version of Reflect Home. We will need it during the installation process. Scroll down and download the trial version of Reflect Home software. Select the system type, 64-bit in my case. The download will start. Once the download is complete, run the downloaded executable. The Macrium installer will start. Click Next. Click Next. Accept the license agreement and click Next to continue. At this license key window, make sure that the 30-day trial checkbox is enabled. Click Next to continue. The trial will expire on this date. It is 1 month's time, thanks to Macrium for a fully functional free trial. Click Next. Here enter the email ID that you used for sign-up purposes. Here, enter this registration code. Click Next to continue. We will leave the configurations to default and click Next. Click Install. The installation process will begin. This will take some time. The installation is done. Click Finish. You will be required to restart your system to complete the installation process. Open the Macrium Reflect software on your system. For the first time, it will ask to choose the user interface theme. Choose whatever theme that suits you. I will move ahead with the default option and click OK. This is what the Macrium Reflect's interface looks like. Under the Local Disks tab, we have a list of all the disks and their volume partitions available on our system. Before moving forward, let me show you how I have connected my new SSD to my system. This arrangement is only for the cloning process. My new SSD is 1 TB in capacity and I have connected it to my system, using a SATA to USB adapter. My goal is to clone my 250 GB operating system drive onto my new SSD. Always clone on a higher capacity drive. On Macrium Reflect, this disk 2 is my 256 GB operating system drive with all these volumes on it. We can see that it is pretty full. That's why I am upgrading to a higher capacity disk. On scrolling down, we can see disk 4. It is my new 1 TB SSD. So we can call disk 4 as the destination or target disk and disk 2 as the source disk. Click on the source disk. Then click Clone this disk. To select the destination disk, click here on Select a disk to clone to. We choose the new SSD, which is disk 4, by clicking on it. Let's erase the disk first. Now, click Next. We can see that Macrium Reflect shows how the partitions from our source drive will be cloned on the destination drive. This is the excess space that will be left on the destination drive. We want to extend our operating system partition into the extra space on the new drive, so that we get large space for itself. But we have this small volume partition in between. It may cause some problems while extending the volumes. We can either delete this small volume partition or we can select it and click float right to move it in the end. Now both our required volumes are side by side. Now extending volume should not throw any issue at us. Click Next to continue. Since we are not planning any cloning process for the future, we don't need any scheduling. Click Next to continue. This is a clone summary showing all the partition details. Click the Finish button. I will keep all these configurations as it is, and click on OK. We need to check mark this confirmation checkbox to proceed. It says that all the data in the destination disk will be overwritten. Click Continue. The cloning process will start. It will take quite a while to complete. Depends on the size of your source disk. On completion, click Close. Let's check our cloned disk. This is our new cloned SSD. Let's check from File Explorer. This is our cloned SSD. Still, we need to extend it into the rest of the free space on the disk. To do so, we will open Disk Management. On scrolling down to the end, we can see our cloned disk. This is the unallocated space on the disk. We need to merge these two volumes into one. We will right-click on Volume, K, and click on Extend Volume. We will click Next. Click Next. Click Finish. Our volume, K, is now merged with the remaining unallocated space. Now I can replace my old 250 GB operating system drive with this cloned 1 TB operating system drive. I have all my data, operating system, system settings, installed software, etc., from my old drive, as it is, into my new clone drive. No hassle of reinstalling anything again. So this is how we can clone a disk, with the help of Macrium Reflect software. A 30-day trial version is more than enough to try for the cloning process. After all, we don't clone a disk every day. If you liked the information then, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your time and patience. Have a nice day.